everyone. So, get you all into this. This is Into the Dell with yours truly, Gail Odell. Um, so, going to get right into this. I am Gail Odell. For you guys who don't know, I do a couple videos on here daily. I do the questions of the day and currently doing 12 days of Star Wars socks, Daisy Dukes, 12 days of Christmas calendar, which will be wrapping up tomorrow, and what else? The tarot card deck. Right now it is the Lord of the Rings tarot card deck, and yeah. So, and the history of Missouri. I do that daily now as well. So, a couple things going on. Couple things. Like I said, wrapping up one video series, and then eventually the 12 days of Star Wars socks will come to an end too, and then I'll be down to just the few, but that I do daily, and then this one that I do on the weekends. That's an added bonus. But yeah, so a lot of fun. I live basically in central Missouri. I'm a big Chiefs fan, big Royals fan, so you might hear stuff like that on here occasionally. But I'm also a big time nerd, and you're going to hear a lot of that stuff on here as well. So getting into it, first off, this is my first video first video since New Year's Day. So getting right into it for the weekends. I hope you guys had a good New Year's. It wasn't too bad here, just a normal day for me. I get the day off anyway because I work at a factory, so nothing out of the ordinary. Had a nice day off, just kind of relaxed here at the house. Didn't do a whole lot. Chilled with the aminals, which is kind of what I'm doing today because it's cold outside. Not a whole lot to do anyway. It's January and February. Everything around here is pretty much dull. Come March and April, things start opening up again. You know, things start happening again that I can do outside. But generally, you gotta get past January, February, and really you gotta get past a lot of March before things start coming out. Start opening up more. But at any rate, despite all of that, there are still things to do around here. Places to go, people to see, and there's movies coming out soon. I believe there's some movies coming out next week that we might partake in. I don't know yet. I just gotta talk things over with Angela, see where we're at there. I really want to take. Excuse me. I think I'm thinking about watching The Wolfman. That one looks pretty interesting. I gotta see if that might be something Angela might want to do, or if she wants to go watch a different one. And then we'll go from there. But I'm kind of leaning that way. Unfortunately, New Year's Day was not great for everyone. Of course, I always know that going in. I mean, New Year's Day kind of sucks sometimes. It's just a reminder that, hey, it's just the starting of another year. I get that. I know that. But some people took things a little too far New Year's Eve, and one guy in particular decided to do an ISIS attack on New Orleans. My thoughts and prayers go out to the victims and their families. So tragic. Shamshid, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Last name was Jabbar. He's 42 years of age. He was the driver of an F-150 and decided to basically take his truck and use it as a weapon and run people over in the streets. He killed 14 people. And then later on, after they found, after his vehicle crashed into everybody, and I think he was taken into custody, they found out that there was a detonator inside his vehicle, transmitter, detonator, whatever you want to say, where he had 2 IEDs placed on Bourbon Street in Louisiana, or in um, New Orleans, that were set to go off. For some reason, they didn't go off, thank God. This is all according to the FBI and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. Like I said, everybody's thankful that all that stuff didn't go off, and it could have been a hell of a lot worse than just losing 14 people. But it was bad enough anyway. 14 is still a lot of people, and that's just uncalled for. I don't know. I don't know what the guy was hoping to gain by what he did, but all he really ended up doing was, from what I could see, was just pissing a lot of people off. But, I mean, congratulations on that, I guess. Pissing a lot of people off and a lot of people wanting justice. I mean, that's about the size of it. But then also in Las Vegas, one driver decided to explode his truck. He set his Tesla, he set it ablaze right in front of the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas, the Trump International Hotel. Later on, it was said that it was a soldier that owned the vehicle, Matthew Allen Livensberger, who was an Army Special Forces Operations Master Sergeant, senior enlisted rank. He was also active duty as in the Army Green Beret. So highly decorative guy. He was in active duty in Germany with the 10th Special Forces Group, but was on leave. So gave him enough time to go out and do this. The explosion injured 7 people before he shot himself. But he left a note saying that this was a quote-unquote wake-up call for the country. So, which is what I kind of figured it was. I figured it was, as soon as I heard that it was a Tesla truck and it exploded right in front of a Trump hotel in Las Vegas, I was like, okay, yeah, this is a political message. This guy is definitely he's definitely making a political statement. And I found out he was military. I'm like, yep, it all makes sense. It all really does make sense when you think about it. But I know some people don't want to. That's fine. Still not condoning what he did. What he did was wrong. It was stupid. But he made a political statement, which we'll see now if Trump and some of the other ones acknowledge his statement, or they just simply just shove it on the rug and keep going. But it's a crazy way starting the year, definitely. Both of those things happening the same night, New Year's Eve. Just a crazy, crazy set of events. And then, of course, to add to it, we're getting snow and ice right here in Missouri this weekend. I have heard personally anything between 8 to 15 inches of snow is what we're supposed to get, snow and ice. And then I've also heard 4 to 6 inches, depending. I don't know. It all seems, and some people are saying we could get a lot more than 15 inches. I don't know what we're going to get. I have no idea at this point. Somebody's right, somebody's wrong. That's all I know. We may not get anything out of it at all. It may be just a brushing. I don't know. I do know that Governor Parsons has already given an executive order which waives certain hours of service for commercial vehicles that have like heating stuff for people's houses. And it also activates the National Guard should they be needed. So he's already done all of that. So here we are. I don't know what's going to happen, but we're in the midst of it, I guess. If it happens, it happens. I've got gas that heats up the house, so I shouldn't lose that. But should we lose power, I'll still have heating at least. So I'll have something. But yeah, so excuse me. I ate some McDonald's and it's still settling. But Netflix, to start off with here, just saw something on here about where I think it was Netflix or was it Netflix? Netflix released a trailer for Happy Gilmore 2. So there's that. Best, and then Forbes gave the best movies for Netflix in January. I guess these are the movies that they just started showing. Things like I Know What You Did Last Summer, Inception, Interstellar, Meet the Parents, Melancholia, Out of Africa, Notting Hill, Spider-Man 2, Rush Hour. Well, that's their thing. So when I saw that, I was like, well, let's just see what's streaming right now. Because that's what I'm more into. I've seen a lot of these movies in the past. I like them, don't get me wrong. But at the same token, it's like, dude, it's January. We just had a new year. Let me see something new. Something different. Something exciting, right? Let's just see what they've got. Well, first off, on Paramount Plus, there is a new movie out. It's on Showtime. It's called Murder Company. It looks like it's a military movie. But, I mean, that might be something for some of you all out there. Also, there's new episodes of The Agency on Showtime and Dexter Original Sin. So those might be some stuff that, you all might be interested in. Peacock has a couple things coming out, or, new things, I guess. They got Lockerbie, A Search of the Truth, Season 1. The Way Home, Season 1. Okay, this is on... this is on Peacock, so that's some of the things. The Traitors, Season 3, they had a trailer for their new season, the U.S. version, and I am already excited about this. Of course, I recognize some of the people, not characters, but some of the people. They have people from Big Brother on there, Survivor, RuPaul's Drag Race. For some of you all that might be watching that, what does that say? Down to Earth, if you all watch that one, and other reality shows. So it's a lot of reality-based people, right? So when I saw like some of the people that are on there, I'm already getting excited, already getting hooked, because I recognize some of them from Survivor. Occasionally there might be an actor or actress that might be on the show as well. I know they've done that in the past on like the UK versions and all of that, so that's something else to look out for. I didn't see any actors on here, but there might be somewhere in the midst because it's quite a few people, and this is just like a small trailer. So there might have been an actor or actress on there that just went without my seeing them. But there was a twist. Of course, there's always a twist in this show, just like any other reality show. For those that you don't know, basically you have, I want to say it's up to like 12 people, but I might be wrong on the number. But at any rate, you got a pretty good sized group of people. They all come to this castle. Castle is, I believe it's in Europe. And of course the title Traitors, right? So at first it's going to be a good time and all that. And the contestants on the show have an opportunity to get gold at different challenges. And the gold is worth, so much money. And the idea is at the end, they'll split the money, amongst everybody evenly. And that's how much money you get to take home, should you defeat the traitors. And then there's at least 3 traitors a season. So amongst that group, there's 3 traders in the group. We don't. Nobody knows who the traders are until the guy picks them at a round table meeting, basically. Once he picks them, the other people in the room have no idea who the traders are, and the traders will set out and they will murder somebody, right? So they murder at least one person, and then it's up to the people to find out who they murdered before they murder a second person, and so on and so forth throughout this. So even though they're getting all these challenges, getting this money, the traders are killing everybody off. Now, if they don't discover who the traders are by the end, the traders win. So then whoever the traders are, then they have the opportunity to basically steal the money and walk off with it. I think last season I think the traders did end up winning it in a sense, but instead of stopping it, they kept it going to where nobody walked off with the money because one guy kind of got greedy and tried to walk off with all of it. So, I mean, kind of stupid on his part. There's 2 traders and one non-trader that was left in the group. So that was the situation, I think. But like I said, I think it came down to where nobody walked away with anything. So, because the one guy got greedy and tried to walk away with all of it for himself, rather than try to split it with the other trader. But it is what it is. That's the name of the game. So yeah. So in this one, there was like a twist. They had like a lot of people dressed up in black cloaks and yellow masks when the contestants arrived. Well, as the host started talking, continued talking, everybody, all these people that were dressed up left except for one person. And the one person, upon the host request, took off his head, his mask and his cloak. Well, just before that, the host told them about a twist and said, if you guys want, you can have this guy as your new contestant. He'll be amongst you guys, but you guys will then banish one contestant already to basically swap him out with someone else, should you want to. And when they took off the mask and the cloak, it turned out it was Boston Rob from Survivor. So I think he was also on Big Brother once. So a lot of people may know Boston Rob. So I kind of figured this would be something that he would show up in sooner or later. And then of course they already have 2 people from Big Brother, Brittany and Danielle Reyes, who already don't get along. Danielle might be looking for revenge from Brittany because Brittany supposedly kicked her off of Big Brother, or had her kicked off of Big Brother. So she may be going after. Those 2 may be locking horns sooner than later, and who knows, Danielle, because he said basically all it has to be is one person comes up to the host, shakes the host's hand to let Boston Rob on, and then they can choose. That one person can choose who gets exiled. So before anybody even gets a chance to talk about what they want done. So that would be very interesting if something happens there. Because, of course, that's where the trailer ended, and then it said January 9th. So I'm already excited. That should be next week. Yeah. Looks like that will be on Wednesday next week when that shows. So I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. I am ready for that. I will definitely be giving you guys an update on that next weekend on Traders, because I know that'll be something I'll be watching without a shadow of a doubt. It sounds very, very interesting this season. Also on there, which I think what caught my eye, I found another show I might want to watch. And it looks like it's another Peacock original. So I don't think you can get it on regular TV. I think it's just right on Peacock. Day of Jackal, and it's where Eddie Redmayne, you may know him from Fantastic Beasts. He plays the sniper assassin that we all know that they're referring to in this as Jackal, and he's all over Europe. He is basically a well-known assassin. Nobody can catch him, but everybody knows of him. Put it that way. He's just a hard guy to get. Well, Bianca, who I'm assuming is what I see in the trailer, her name is Bianca, and I'm assuming that she has something to do with law enforcement anyway, or FBI or something like that, something along those lines. She's going after Jackal. She thinks she knows who he is, how to get him, all of that sort of thing. Um, she is played by Lashana Lynch, so it already looks very intriguing, especially when I looked and like, ooh, that's the guy from Fantastic Beasts. I'm like, okay, I might already be interested. And then, of course, getting into the storyline about all of this, about a potential sniper assassin that they need to get out before he strikes again, because we don't know who he's going to be after next or what he's going to do next, who's going to hire him, etc. So sounds very interesting. So I might give that one a shot too. And I think it said all the episodes are already up, so I might try to watch that later on too. And then I looked on Max to see what new things were on Max. They have Joker, Foley, and Dukes up. Basically, Joker 2 is now up on Netflix. Superman and Lois, like the older episodes of Superman and Lois, is now up. Frontman 2020 movie from 2024. It's a horror flick where basically this new mom to be, Belinda, has her mother-in-law over, and things are kind of getting creepy and out of hand. So Eat, Pray, and Love from 2000, a movie from 2010. It's on there. The Max. They're a new series on Max called Sex Lives of College Girls. They have new episodes out. And then Juror Number 2. I think that's a movie, and it's on Max as well. It looks pretty interesting. And then another thing I noticed too is they're showing newer episodes of AEW on Netflix. They're not showing the newest stuff though, but then again, they might be. I don't know if Netflix I don't know if AEW took a break and then they're coming back here in January soon, because it has like a lot of basically all the AEW matches up to the week of Christmas. So might be a little bit after Christmas. So I'm kind of intrigued already. I might go back and look at a couple of them just to get caught up. But it looks like they've got a lot of the AEW matches on Max now. So, which is something I kind of figured would happen sooner or later. I kept getting hints all the time that AEW was going to go to Max, kind of like what WWE is doing on different streaming stuff. So I'm anxious now to see if they do anything in January as well. See if they do anything like that, or if they'd have to wait the entire month before they post anything. I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting. And then I checked Netflix. Netflix has new episodes of their show called Evil. Also new episodes of their show called Squid Games. A new movie called Carry On is on there. The 6888 movie, that's a new movie, Netflix original, that one's on there. Godzilla vs. Kong, The New Empire is on there. It Ends With Us is on there. Virgin River has new episodes on there. And Dune Part 2 is on Netflix. So, and then last but not least, I checked Disney and Hulu. Mother's Instinct is on there. Paddington is now been added. Night Bitch. I have no idea what that is, but it's on there. John Wick 1 and 2 are on Disney and Hulu. Amber Alert is now on there. Paul Blunt, Male Cop is now on there. Pacific Rim is on there. And then, of course, Star Wars Skeleton Crew, which I've really been getting into lately. It's a really good, I don't know if you guys have seen it yet or not, really good series. Highly recommend it. This last episode, and I don't mean to spoil it, so if I'm spoiling stuff for you, just, pause, just fast forward past this to where I talk about WWE and you're good. But, yeah, so Jodna Newwood, still nothing really clear about that character. I'm thinking he's a pirate, but I'm not sure. There's still a lot of, we know he's a bad dude, obviously, because everybody's after him, but we don't really know the backstory of him yet. I think that's what makes it most intriguing, is the mystery behind him. Like, who is this guy? What, they don't really reveal a whole lot about him yet. So, we know there's a bounty out for him, so we know he's a bad dude. When his character was first shown, I believe he was already arrested, or in prison. So, it's very intriguing. I'm kind of wanting to see more. I want to see more of the backstory of who he is and why he's so interested in these kids. But Wim and KB in this story, if you watched, basically there's some bad things happen for these kids. They're trying to get back to their ship. Norwood was captured. Now they're trying to get back to their ship. It looks like they're probably going to leave Norwood behind if they can get everything back up and going. The problem is their ship is higher up on a mountain or something like that, so it's kind of harder for the kids to get up there to it. But they're trying to make their way back to it. First, KB and Fern, they kind of had an outing. Looked like they were really good girlfriends, so to speak, and Fern was being questioned more about KB, about her leadership and stuff like that, because KB, I think she was just like knocked unconscious at the very beginning of this episode or something like that. And then when she finally comes to and everybody's asking if she's okay and all that, and she doesn't really respond to Fern very much, and then Fern, that's where she kind of questions Fern's leadership and basically getting them into trouble, stuff like that. And so she goes out. Well, Wim follows KB, or sticks around where KB is at, helps her out, and that's when we kind of find out more and more about KB being a cyborg. She's got stuff in the back of her head that she can pop out, and that's what she was more or less doing, so he could kind of like fix her, so to speak. So they kind of had an outing there where he wasn't sure if he did fix her. It was very close there. Like, she's basically hunched over. But he does end up fixing her, so that was kind of cool. It looked like Wim and KB have kind of became closer friends in this, while Fern is still kind of questioning herself, doubting herself, after she became the leader of this group, and now she doesn't know what to do here. So, very interesting episode. I'm definitely intrigued. I'm definitely looking forward to this upcoming episode. I think they drop every Tuesday night. And if I'm not mistaken, Angela and I watch every Wednesday night. So, but we're definitely intrigued. So that'll give us a couple things to watch this upcoming Wednesday, because Skeleton's Crew usually drops at 9 o'clock at night on Tuesdays, and that's about the time when we usually go to bed because we gotta get up early in the morning. So we usually watch that on Wednesday evenings, and then so that'll give us something to watch there. With Wednesday night watching Skeleton Crew, and then watching the Traders. So that'll be a nice, fun Wednesday. And then also, WWE is giving us something to watch on Monday night. Monday Night Raw is coming to Netflix, so that'll give us something to watch on Monday night. That'll open up the new Monday Night Raw for the year, their new season for the year. So we're all excited. SmackDown started their season yesterday, or last night, I should say, with. Well, we'll get into that about Tiffany Stratton. That was the big headline of the night, I think. First off, it opened up with Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. Cody was calling out Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens didn't come out, but Drew McIntyre did. And then he shocked everybody when he hugged Cody Rhodes and told Cody Rhodes he needed a friend. But then, Cody Rhodes just more or less completely ignored McIntyre and was still calling out Owens. Owens attacked Rhodes from behind because that's who Kevin Owens is. That's always been his character since day one. So he attacks him from behind. Nothing big out of that. Nothing unexpected. But then we move on. So Nakamura versus Andrade in a non-title match. Nakamura wins that match. So it's pretty doubtful that Andrade is going to challenge him for a title after that loss. But LA Knight comes out and after the match is over, and he attacks Nakamura. So we're probably going to see a Nakamura versus LA Knight rematch at some point. I can almost bet on that one. Michelin also defeated Piper Niven. Piper Niven came out with her friend's music instead of her own music, which was different. But Michelin defeated her, got the win, which is going to set up, where Michelin's going to go after the women's U.S. title very soon. I have a feeling there will be a U.S. title matchup with Michelin, so we're all setting up for that. Chances are they'll probably be at the main event, with the Saturday main event coming up later on this month. I imagine that's where that match is going to be, and probably the LA Knight versus Nakamura rematch will probably be there as well. I'm imagining, because they've already said Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens is going to be next month. So they're going to have other matches too in there. I just got a feeling those two are going to be some big ones. DIY defeated Motor City Machine Guns and kept their tag titles. But there was no clear-cut winner on this one. Even though they won, DIY won, there wasn't really a clear-cut winner. So there's going to be a rematch probably with that one as well. And that one may also be on the Saturday main event. We shall see. But that might be another one that they might push for that main event. And then, of course, Nia Jax. Now, here we go. What should have been the main event, but it was not. I will criticize WWE for that. Nia Jax and Candice LeRae versus Naomi and Bianca Belair. Nice tag team matchup, but it ended up in a very close match, as expected. But it also ended up where, hold on here, I messed up. Here we go. It ended up where Nia Jax and Naomi were fighting back and forth at the corner of the ring. Tiffany Stratton comes out. She looks like she's going to cash in right then and there because she's got a referee that's coming out with her. She then pushes the referee over the embankment once they get out towards the ring. Which then you have to question what Tiffany's doing. Then Tiffany takes her briefcase and slams it right into Naomi's back. Thus helps Nia secure the win against Naomi and Bianca Belair. So now now we're all thinking, okay, well, she just came out just for that. She joins. Of course, when it happens, then she joins Stratton, joins Nia Jax in the ring. I'm not really sure where. What's her name? I'm not sure where Nia Jax's tag team partner was in all of this. But at any rate, so Bianca Belair is then confronted because she comes right back into the ring. I guess she's kind of trying to help Naomi. I'm not sure. But she comes right back into the ring, and then she's attacked by Nia Jax. And then it looked like Tiffany was going to help out Nia Jax. That did not happen. Tiffany hits Jax with the briefcase, and then she takes out. If I remember correctly, anyway, she then takes out Candice LeRae. So Nia Jax's tag team partner now comes into the fold. Now she's basically being taken out. And then Tiffany Stratton then leaves the ring temporarily while Bianca Belair gets back up and then hits Nia Jax with the KOD. Of course, this is after the match is over. So right after she hits her with the KOD, Stratton then pulls Bianca Belair out of the ring. She takes care of Bianca Belair, comes back into the ring with her briefcase in hand. She then no, she doesn't. She cashes in to the ref that's outside the ring, the one that she brought in. That ref is now recovered from what's going on. She hands the briefcase to them, says she's cashing in. She goes back into the ring. Then she hits her moonsault, her perfect moonsault ever. That's what she calls her famous move. It's the prettiest moonsault ever. She hits that on Nia Jax and then becomes the newest women's champion. So there you go. Tiffany Stratton is now the women's WWE champion for SmackDown. So there you go. But the main event, of course, that was not the main event. That should have been the main event. That would have been a good way of ending the night, but no, we don't trust the women. It's got to be the men. So we have a 6-on-6 match between the new bloodline and the old bloodline. It was a good match. It was a long one, but it was a good one nevertheless. It was Solo beating Jey Uso with a Samoan spike. And thus securing them. And what would have been, I think it was kind of like an iffy kind of ending, but it's still suitable considering, the new bloodline and their tactics. So there's that. I mean, like I said, not the best way of ending it. I think the women's would have been a lot better way of ending it, but I'm not the writer. I don't do all of that. So there you go. There's that. And then, of course, Hulk Hogan He appeared during the night as well to promote Saturday night's main event, um, which will be on January 25th in San Antonio, Texas. Of course, like I said, we don't know a lot of the big matches yet, but I have a feeling it's probably going to have something along the lines of Michelin getting her rematch, um, a possibility of DIY going up against Motor City, um, and then my guess is Nia Jax probably getting a match against Stratton um, during that event as well, because Nia Jax just lost her belt, but that wasn't she didn't lose her belt in a true match. So I have a feeling that's going to set up a match between Stratton and Nia Jax. We shall see, but I just got that feeling. And then, of course, Nakamura versus LA Knight. That could be another potential match as well. I'm just throwing that out there because I know they're not going to have a whole bunch of matches that night, but those are some possibilities for that event as we get closer to it. But we can't rule out what they got going on Raw right now either. So all that sounds pretty cool. And then one thing I forgot to mention too, since I did mention trailers a while ago, they have a new Superman trailer that gives us what could be giving us a first glimpse of Miley Alec as the new Supergirl. So that sounds pretty interesting. I had to go back and look at the trailer again, but it looks pretty interesting. Sounds pretty interesting. I'm definitely intrigued to see where they're going with that. So, other than that, here at the house for this week, everything has been going according to plan or whatever. It's been a normal, everyday January so far. We got Angela's stuff done for her car. Got that done yesterday. That was as planned. We wanted to do all that before this weather came in and everything else, because we didn't know how the rest of January is going to be yet. That and J.R.R. Tolkien's birthday was yesterday, so we are celebrating that here at the house. We watched the first Lord of the Rings movie yesterday. Now we're going to be watching The Towers tonight, and then the third movie. I always just call them 1, 2, and 3. I know that's not what they're really called, but that's the way I call them. But anyway, we're watching all 3 movies. We watched the first movie yesterday, second movie we'll watch tonight, and then the third movie we'll watch on Sunday. So that gives us something to do, and then I made some shepherd's pie just because of that. First off, this shepherd's pie is nice and warm, and second off, that shepherd's pie will give us something to do. So there is that. And so, and what else can I tell y'all? That gives us something to do. Other than that, we're just basically watching movies and staying warm. We'll probably watch a couple of those movies that I mentioned earlier that are streaming right now, especially if we get stuck in the house on Monday. We'll probably be watching more of those then. But yeah, having a good time, great oldies. We're still planning Angela's birthday, which is coming up soon too. I think it's on the 15th of January, from what I could see from here on my calendar. Looks like it's January 15th. So I've already got her a birthday gift that's coming in. I got one that's ordered. So now we're just waiting to see where she wants to go eat at and what day she wants to celebrate it on. Of course, that may be decided forward with the weather, depending on how the weather is the Saturday before. We may just do it the Saturday before. But yeah, so or the Saturday after, depending on the weather too. So, that depends on the weather. But as far as what she wants to do, where she wants to go eat at, that's totally up to her. And she hasn't told us anything yet. Because it's the thing with my family is, whenever your birthday is, you get gifts, of course, and we also take you out to dinner, or you can dine in. It just depends on what you want to do. If there's a specific food that you want, then we can dine in. We'll eat that specific food. Or if you want to go out to a restaurant, something like that, then we'll take you out for a restaurant, or take you out to eat. So yeah, there's that stuff going on. So we'll see. We'll see what they want to do. Other than that, we were going to celebrate Doctor Who Day last weekend, and we didn't get around to doing that. Um, our friend Darby, she is the one who is putting on the event, and she told us that she wasn't going to be able to last weekend. She had a lot going on, which is understandable. It's the the weekend right after Christmas, so it's you know it's to be understood. Put it that way. I don't think anybody was it's just one of those things. It's fine. But then this weekend, I think she had been initially asking us about this weekend or New Year's Day, and well, Angela had to work New Year's Day, so that wasn't going to happen. And then this weekend with the snow and all that they're predicting, I think we're just deciding not to do it. I've already got fish fingers and custard here at the house for it. Well, the Twinkies. I got Twinkies and custard. So I'll probably eat those tonight. I might have those for a snack tonight while we're watching Lord of the Rings, or I may just snack on them this afternoon yet. But they're in here. I shall show you all. So there are the Twinkies. I didn't think fish fingers would be quite right, so I got Twinkies, and then I was looking around. Walmart actually does have custard in the dairy department, so we got some of that. So there you go, some of the custard. So we got. So like I said, Angela and I will probably have Twinkies and custard at some point this weekend, since we won't be doing that with her, and I don't really want the custard going bad, so we'll eat it somehow. I think I might have some of it for a snack here at the house while I watch some more movies. But at any rate, that's all I really got for you guys. It's as far as the weekend goes, I know next weekend is going to be Elvis's birthday, so we'll be watching some stuff for that as well. That'll give us something to do here at the house. But other than that and watching the Chiefs play this Sunday, even though it's not really an important game, I don't think the starters are going to be playing, so I don't know if I'm really going to be watching it so much as this. I'll be listening to see what happens, but we're just more or less going to be watching the third movie of Lord of the Rings, since that's not really an important game, and going from there. But yeah, the only events I got going on here anyway, January the 10th, which I got to look on my calendar. I think that's this upcoming Friday, but I can't remember. Yeah, this upcoming Friday. It says January the 10th would be... they're having like free coffee at Twin Oaks in Warrensburg. So if I don't have to work Friday, I might partake in that, since I got to do shopping on Friday, grocery shopping on Friday anyway. So that might give me stuff. Like I said, if I got the day off. If I don't, I'll still have to do the grocery shopping, but I won't get the coffee, but I'm okay with that. And then, like I said, other than that, Said Chiefs divisional game, but there won't be any divisional game this Sunday because the Chiefs will be off this week. They get a bye for the playoffs, so they won't play this weekend. It'll be next weekend. But we got Angela's birthday on the 15th of January. Motley Crue Day is on the 17th because Motley Crue became that's the anniversary of their band. Also, Popeye the Sailor Man Day is on the 17th. So we may watch some Popeye the Sailor Man, either the movie or the show, whichever. I like the show better than I do the movie. And I know where to go find the old episodes, so we may do that. And then on the 18th is Winnie the Pooh Day, anniversary of Winnie the Pooh. And Angela's a big fan of Winnie the Pooh, so we'll probably watch Winnie the Pooh on Saturday. Other than that, Martin Luther King Day on the 20th, but I still got to work that day, so it's also Inauguration Day, but it doesn't matter. I still got to work it just like everybody else. So it's just a normal Monday for me. It is what it is. But we might start watching some different movies for Black History Month around that time. Even though I think Black History Month is technically February, but we still may watch a few. And then, of course, the Lunar New Year on the 29th. And I'm going to try to get some stuff going that day because it's supposed to be the year of the snake. So we're going to have some Chinese food here at the house. And then I'm going to try to do some type of special dessert. Since Angela and I are kind of nerds, obviously, we're going to try to do something Harry Potter-ish for the dessert. Like Slytherin, because snake. So we're going to try to do some type of Slytherin dessert, if you will, or a couple of Slytherin desserts that we'll have here at the house as well for that. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. I think that's going to be kind of fun. It'll give us something to do this January. This January, this month. But anyway, that is all I got for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I am 52 minutes in. I didn't go as long as I did last for my New Year's Day episode. That one was, I think, an hour and a half long. I had more to talk about then. I don't have as much to talk about now. There really wasn't as much going on in Sedalia or Warrensburg this week, so I don't really have much to tell y'all other than that snowstorm coming in. But it's not here yet, so I don't have much to tell you on that one either until it gets here. So, at any rate, that is all I got for y'all. If you don't live in the Midwest, just pray for us down here. We'll take the prayers. And as we try to stay warm, I hope you all enjoy the video. Peace out. And you can check out my other videos that I mentioned earlier. The questions of the day. Daisy Duke's 12 Days of Christmas calendar, my 12 Days of Star Wars Socks calendar videos, the History of Missouri, those videos, and I'm trying to think of who else. I think that pretty much... Oh, and my tarot card deck videos. You can check those out. And you can also check out Marthieve Maynor. He does a question of... I think he, instead of doing the question of the day now, he does question of the weekend or something like that. I'm not sure. I forgot what he calls it. Dang it. But at any rate, be sure to check him out. He has some really cool videos as well. And that is all I got for y'all. So on that, I'll do another one of the... I'll do another Into the Dell. Into the Dell. I keep saying that wrong. I'm getting the hang of it, though. I will see you guys for another episode of Into the Dell next weekend. So, in the meantime, like I said, you check out my other videos. They pop up daily. And that's pretty much it. So, on that note, peace out. And I'll see you all later. Bye for now.